Hey, welcome. If you are new here, welcome back. If you have been here before, I am Freya. This is Budgie Budgets, and you guys, October's gone. October's just over, so we're doing end of month totals because, yeah, who can believe it? Not me. I don't know. I don't understand where this year's just gone. First of all, I will try and get rid of any background noise. There may be some. There's obviously a lot going on near my house at the moment. There's been fire inspectors next door this morning. They're coming back today. There's people there now. I don't know what they're doing, but I think they're boarding up the windows and things. So yeah, there's lots going on. And boy, am I glad not to be a homeowner today, because my next door neighbour's on the other side, which is actually government housing. So they've someone from the department came and knocked on my door this morning and said to me, hey, do you know what? We're here just checking out what maintenance needs to be done, and your fence on that side is super dodgy. And I was like, I know. And he's like, so we want you to pay for half of it. And I was like, here's my property manager details. Please contact them. Not my problem. And thank God. So because being up for the cost of replacing both fences on both sides of my house, I can't imagine that's cheap. So I'm very, very grateful that is not a me problem. I am feeling for my landlord, but not too much, because he did just put the rent up and I did just save his house from a fire. So, you know, swings and roundabouts, you know, you win some, you lose some. I had a lovely chat with the fire investigator. She was really, really nice. She was in absolute disbelief. Like, she's like looking at this situation and how it's unfolded and what's happened. She's like, I absolutely cannot believe that your house did not go up, that there's no damage to your property besides the fence and our delightful hedge, which is now a charcoal hedge. Yeah, she was pretty gobsmacked. So just basking in that incredibly lucky feeling that we managed to escape with the very little harm that we did. So having said that, today we are going to do a cash condensing whilst we are doing binder totals, because that has kind of put the fear into me a little bit more about having cash in the house. Just the speed with which that house just literally disappeared. And the fire investigator this morning was saying, yeah, there's not really much at all, if anything, in there that's salvageable. So, I mean, that is just beyond awful for that family. I really, really feel for them. But yeah, it's definitely made me have a good think about how much money I have in these binders. And whilst it's not much, I mean, in comparison to some of you other ladies that I watch on here, I certainly don't have much in them, but it's still enough that it would be devastating for us if we lost it. So yes, I do already have a fireproof safe. My binders do not all fit in it. I have ADHD as well, which means that it's just not top of mind for me to bring everything out and film and then pack it all away. Like, I mean, if we're going away, yes. If I know I'm not going to be home for any long period of time, yes. Otherwise, it's not going to happen, you guys. It's just not. I know myself. I know what I'm capable of. And I know what I will and will not remember to do. And yes. So anyway, having said all that, we hit 750, you guys. There is 750 of you just absolutely delightful people subscribed to my channel now. I actually think it's 761 or something now. So what? That's amazing. So because you're also amazing, I have done some freebies, which you will find below in the Google Drive. I may be changing from Google Drive to either Buy Me a Coffee or Ko-Fi. There will still be, I think it's Ko-Fi. I can't remember how to say it. They will still be free. It's just a different way of doing it. And I think it might work a little better in the long run than Google Drive, but I will see. I'll think about it. So first up, we have Squishmallows. Some of you will recognize this, the one that I made up for my daughter. And I just thought, you know what, it's too cute to not use somewhere else as well. So it's just a mini challenge. I think it says 60, there's 12 of them. Yeah, $60 all up. But they're just so cute, you guys. So there's that one, and then there's my beautiful savings. I actually created this specifically for a customer of mine as a little extra thank you, because she's lovely and she orders from me all the time. And then I was like, oh, it's super, super cute. It seems really wasted to just only create it for one person. So I've decided to make it available for you all down below. That's that one. And then there's Holiday Hoobie Whatby. No, Holiday Hoobie Watty, which is a quote from The Grinch, which is one of my daughter's very favorite movies, The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. So it's just, you can just make the little squares whatever you want them to be. You can make each little Grinch his own set amount, and then, yeah, cross them off as you go. Cute. So they are down below for you for free for being amazing and following my channel and listening to me blah 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 all the time. Yeah, thank you. I love you. It's amazing. And when we get to 1,000, keep sharing my video to people who like, not obviously to just anybody, because I don't want you sharing to people who don't care about cash stuffing or want to listen to a deranged lady talk. But if you have anybody that you know that you think would be interested and would enjoy my content, keep sharing it away, because when we hit 1,000 subscribers, I will do a big giveaway. I'm still deciding what I'm going to do for that, but I think it'll be a combination of my products and products from other Etsy stores, because I just thought that's a bit more exciting. And also, I know that some of you own all of my products already, and I mean, hopefully I'll have created some new stuff by then, but yeah, I don't want to give you stuff that you already have. So yeah, I think that's what we'll do. It'll be cool. It'll be spectacular. It'll be amazing, you guys. And I should probably start putting some money away from it. So that's something to remember next time I do my Etsy binder. Okay, without further ado, let's get into it. How am I going to do this? I don't feel like I have enough room. I might get rid of this. Just so, can I move that over a bit? Does that all fit? Can you guys still see? Yay! Okay. So in subscriptions, we have 50, 65. Ooh, that's looking a little bit slim in there, isn't it? I don't know where I put my other funky pen. I think my daughter stole it. Cheeky little gremlin. Okay, so 65 in there. In water, we have 150, 170. So we'll swap that over. And pop that away. Electricity has 200, 300, 350, 400, 470, 490. What a pain we didn't have an extra 10. That can go back too, and then we can take that. Wait, what did I just count? Oh man, what did I just do? Was that right? 440? I feel like I said something else. Let me check. Okay, so I did say something else, but it was 440. I said 470, 490. I don't know where, like I just threw an extra $50 in there somewhere. So, I mean, wishful thinking, perhaps. So 440 in there. Gas just has a 50 after we paid that chunky bill this month. Oh my goodness. What are you doing? Okay, phones has 120, 40, 60, 80, 90. Are you kidding me? That is beyond annoying. Ugh. Oh well. So 50. So 190 in there. I've left my jumper on and I shouldn't have, because now I'm feeling really hot. Home has 35. Nothing I can do in there. Security has 120. So we'll just swap that out. Whoops. Okay. That is everything in there. Will we keep that open? I don't know if I fixed these. I think some of these were wrong from last month. Okay, we'll keep it open. We'll add it up. Where'd I put my calculator? Oh dear, you guys. She's a mess. Oh my goodness, you guys. It's actually like quite a bit later than when I started this, because somebody else just came to my door and then hubby just called me from work. It's a madhouse here today. But that is all good. I can't really remember what I was saying, but yeah, obviously we've gone down, but only by a tiny bit, which is nice considering we've paid that big chunky gas bill. I am going to do at the end something a little bit different, where I kind of have a look at our cash net worth, because these numbers, whilst they're interesting and it's really helpful for me because I do what am I thinking of? Oh, because I reconcile this with the information that I have online. 10, 20, 10, 20, oh my goodness, 20, 40, 50. Yeah, so it's helpful information for me to have. So 260 in there. It's actually not helpful information in terms of how much we're improving month on month, because these binders are all variable. Everything I'm saving in here is for expenses that are expected to be spent. So what I want to keep track of is the things that we are saving and the debt that we are reducing that aren't meant to be spent. So that's kind of an indication of, and it will just be our cash net worth. So it won't be including any other assets like our super or anything like that. Yeah, just for the sake of interest, really. Maybe we'll put this one in here and then they can match. So there's 250, 60, 70, 80, 90 in there. That is due in the next couple of days. So I will unstuff that soon. It's got 225. So yeah, this is like interesting to me and helpful to me in terms of knowing where we're at and reconciling with my online app. So 50, 60, 70, 80 in there. So it's still worth doing it every month for me. But yeah, it's not actually 220, 230, 235. I just want to keep track of what progress we are actually making, because I obviously probably next month, again, that's going to be gone. See, these are all the things. So rego has to be paid. This has to be paid. We will probably will we get an electricity bill in that time? I think we will. And then even more than that is we will spend all of Christmas. We will probably spend from my daughter's, goodness me, laptop fund. So obviously our net position in terms of our binders is going to go way, 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 way backwards over the coming month or two. But in terms of the progress we're actually making to our net worth, it's not, it'll look like, if I just tally up all our binders, it will look like we've really gone backwards when actually we won't have. I hope that makes sense. So I just want a separate measure that actually measures what we are actively trying to save and the debt that we are actively trying to pay off, just so that we keep having that positive reinforcement to know that we are definitely moving in the right direction, even when we're spending all of that money, because that money has been saved specifically to be spent. So we have gone up big time in the car binder, which is nice, but will be short-lived. And then in here, I'm gonna have to add these new categories, aren't I? So clothes, I think just has 40, which is unfortunate, we can't do anything with that. Shoes also has 40. Hair has 30. Skincare has 20. Gifts has 20, 35. Whoops. Work expenses has 20. Nothing in that, nothing in that, and 300 still in Mojo. Whoops. Sorry guys, just having a massive coughing fit. I still am, I'm an asthmatic as well, which definitely won't be helping the situation, but my lungs are still recovering from the fire. My poor muscles, like my whole rib cage and all of my muscles down the side of my abdomen are just in so much pain every time I cough. They've been worked harder this last few days than they ever have been before in their life, I think. So 220, 30, 40, 50. Brilliant. Let's get that out. 250 in doctors, which is not too bad, but not great. I really, really would like more in there. Medications has 20, 30, and 40. Whoops, my goodness. Just throwing money around. So 40 in there. Ambulance has 20, 45. And dental has 230. Whoops, get back in there. Optical has 20. Skin check has 120, 35. 135. There's something happening with my neighbours by the sounds of that. And those ones are empty. So let's check what we've got in here. So 720. That's not too bad because we spent a fair bit out of there in dental. I think that was this month. Okay. I just have this horrible feeling that I didn't actually hit record. I did. We're all good. Okay, school. Ugh, has $10. I'm just not going to be able to keep that full for the rest of the year. That is evident. Uniform has just 20. Tennis has nothing. Swimming has 5. School books has... Oh, no, that's a different one. Let's add it down here. I'll just do... Beauty has 5. That's a new category. So books has 120, 40, 60. Nowhere near enough, but that's okay. We'll work on it. Photos has 20, 45. Oops. School tech has 1,000. Stay there. 50, 120, 40, 60. Okay, so how are we going to do this? Let's put these two back and take out a 100, and then we can put all of these back and take out a 10 and a 50. I feel like I did that the long way, but that's okay. So $1,160 still in school tech. I've still got a fair bit to try and get in there. There's $20 in school holidays, nothing production, nothing in camp. So let's see. So 1,425 in there. I can hear, sorry you guys, I'm really distracted. I can hear so many things happening outside and it's killing me to not go and sticky bake. Just to see what's happening, just to see what's going on. Okay, so vet has $250, $300. So let's get rid of that. I am going to book my doggies in. Whoops, wrong one. Oh, what have I done here? There we go. I am going to book my doggies in for the vet. I think we're going to try and take them both at the same time to try and minimize the stress on my youngest dog. $40 in supplements, which is for the little supplements that we get for my doggies for their probiotics and their skin and things. $30 in dog treatment. Yeah, we'll try and book them in at the same time because my youngest dog gets really stressed out when he's away from our older dog. He's very, very neurotic. The poor little sausage, he just doesn't cope. So, and he doesn't like being in strange environments, and he doesn't think he's a dog. So he doesn't like, the only other dog that he actually likes is our older dog. He's an absolute jerk to any other dog that he sees, like, ever. It's so frustrating. So family fun has 20, 40, 60, and 80 in there. So let's put that back. What did I say? 80. So I need that and that. There we go. So still 80 in there, but a lot less cash. Then we have bunk bed, but I'm going to count that as part of Christmas, so I might just leave it blank. Beauty has nothing. Nails has 30, but am I going to count that, or am I just going to take it out? Room, because that's just my spending money now, because I'm not getting my nails done anymore. I might just leave it in there in case I want to buy some nail polish or something. Everything else in here is all empties. What am I going to do with that bunk bed thing? So 80, 90, 100 was 110 in there, because I'm not going to count bunk bed. I'm going to count that with Christmas. Whoops, 110. I'll just get it back out, I suppose, in a minute to count up Christmas. Okay, so we're on the home stretch, you guys. And we are... Okay, Halloween. I'm actually going to say there's 0 in there because I'm going to add that. We're going to add that to Christmas, you guys. So I'm going to pop that here for a sec. And we'll allocate that to bunk beds and stuff, because we're not going to end up doing anything at all for Halloween. My son was supposed to be going, it's tonight, and my son was supposed to be going out with his friend, but really, really sadly, his friend's nan died last night. So they're not going to be doing anything now. And the friend that my older daughter was supposed to go and hang out with woke up sick this morning. So she's not going anywhere either. So, you know, we might just walk around our neighborhood and see if there are any houses doing anything. But they'll all be in costumes that they already have. So I'm not going to spend that money. I'll probably just grab a little bag of lollies in case anyone comes to our house. But I'll just put that under our grocery budget. It's fine. What am I doing? That has to stay in there. So 15 in Father's Day. Sorry, you guys. 25 in Valentine's, 25 in Easter, 20 in Mother's Day, and 15 in Father's Day. And then it is time for Christmas. So we've got 50 in my older daughters. There should be 300 in here. So 100, 150, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300. So let's put all of this over here and grab a 200, and that's his 300. I didn't even end up coloring in the tracker. Okay, so 50 plus 300 plus 50 for my youngest, because all the rest of their money is going towards their bunk bed. Plus, we've got to work out where we're going to put this 35. So let's put, do I want it in Christmas Eve, or do I want it, where else have we got? Family, what have I got in there? I might put in there actually. So Christmas Eve has 30. Can't do anything with that. Family has 45. Can't do anything with that either. Naughty Elf just has 10. Kris Kringle has 5, 10, 15, 20. Humbug has 30. I just realized I didn't change those over. Bear with me a sec. Okay, so that's everything in there. Then we are going to add this 30 into here. We'll cross off another one of these. We'll add this in. I know I could have saved it for next Halloween, but I need Christmas money right now. So, so this now has 200, 400, 500. So let's get rid of those and put in a 500. Then we have 51, 20, 40, 60, 80, 92, to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Ace, we can change over all of this. That's so good. So 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, I just want to make sure I've got all of the right money there. Oh, that's so good. I'm so glad to be getting all of that out of here. Back into the bank where it's nice and safe, all tucked in, not in danger of being melted in a fire. You know, it's just funny how individual experiences just impact you so much. Like, it's just not something that I really would have thought of before, before this week. Like, I mean, I would have thought of it, but not that actively. So 5, 6, 7, 750 in here now. So that's that. And then where is my beloved little, whatever, my little Christmas binder? Here it is. Okay. You guys, new clips arrived. 20, 40, 55 in that one. New clips arrived, which means more Christmas binders are coming. They're coming. You guys, I have plans for so much stuff. So much stuff. Kids trackers, kids envelopes, a second Christmas binder. Oh, something else that's kind of like the 100 envelope challenge, but a little bit different. I have so many plans. There are just not enough hours in my day, and there is not enough energy in my body. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130 in there. And I think that is all of it. Okay. Wackadoo. Oh, we're so close. We're so close to the 1,500. So 1,470. That is so good. How exciting. Okay, so 1, 5, 5, 5, and now I haven't put that in here. Okay. 1, 5, 5, 5. I need a new one of these markers. This one's starting to give out on me a little bit. Oh, that is a chunky boy. Okay, you go to bed there now, and let's see what we've got in here. Sorry, you guys, this is going to be such a long video. I do apologize. 20, I mean, not that much, because if you enjoy watching them, then a long video is a good thing, I guess. You can always speed me up. Feel free to put me on 2 times speed. 220 in Piggy's birthday. My little piglet. 1. Got my old $5 note back in rotation. 125 in my littlest darling, my little ducky. Feel funny having an elephant on there when I call her ducky, but elephants are her favorite. So 20, 40, 50. So let's get that out. So is that right? 55 in there? Oh yeah, seems right. 55 in the sloth man. Then hubby has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. We love to see it. We love to see it. And 10. Beautiful. Still a ways to go, but I did muck up this tracker. Someone pointed that out, and you're absolutely right, because that should be coloured in. Because there's 110 in there. I don't know how I missed that. And in my one, we have 20, 40, 50. I almost definitely will put that up into hubby's birthday. I've mucked that tracker up too. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. I mustn't have coloured them in 1 week or something. I don't know. Yeah, I'll probably put that into hubby's birthday, because his birthday is before mine. And also I tend to buy myself more things here and there than he does. So I want his birthday to be like, I want him to get stuff. $30 in there. He's very like generous like that. Like, he won't spend money on himself quickly. He'll spend money on everyone else. So 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 85. So 10, 20, 30. Hang on. Oh gosh. So we can take that 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Let's do it like that. That took some brain power, didn't it? She had to think about it, you guys. Oh dear. This week's just taken its toll on me. I thought I was going to get away with it pretty well, actually. I wasn't feeling too bad until like yesterday afternoon, and I just absolutely hit it. I was like, oh goodness, this is going to be bad. My resting heart rate on the couch was like 110. Oh dear. So yeah, that's good. Hopefully, I don't know why I put the money behind in these ones. So these ones are all for the kids 18th. They've just got $5 each in there. Oops. Don't get ahead of yourself. Okay. Okay, so 690, that's pretty good. Oh my goodness, that's a pretty good jump in there. This pen does not like me anymore. Okay, so that is that. And then in, oh dear. In month ahead, I know I have 100. In the crystal binder, I know I have 1,150. In holiday, I forgot to get that binder out, so give me a second, you guys. Okay, in holiday, we have, oops, behave for me. 2035, and I think there's 35 in the back as well. Let's have a little look. 2035, I was right. So $70 in our little holiday binder. Whoops, now you can go off. So 70 in there. And then the only other challenge I was going to add up, because now I'm moving roll it up into my thing when it hits 100, so I'm not going to count that anymore. And I was going to count the Scally challenge, but guys, what I've decided to do is, just because, you know, I'm trying to be responsible, I'm trying to make the most responsible decisions that I can, but I still want to have fun and play savings games and stuff. So what I've decided to do is, like I've said in my last video or the one before, whenever that was, when Roll It Up hits 100, I'm going to move it into my crystal binder so it adds to our emergency fund, so that I am, when I'm saving each week, I am 100% adding to my emergency fund, because sometimes these other smaller challenges get repurposed. Like at the moment, they're all being repurposed for Christmas and my daughter's laptop. Sometimes they go to clothing, sometimes they go to medical. Like I use them to put out fires where I need to in our budget. But I just want some dedicated challenges to be paying off debt and to be going towards our emergency fund. So Roll It Up, when it hits 100, is going to our emergency fund. I've decided Scally Lovers, because it's a big one, like the Scally Lovers book saves over $1,000. But I want to keep doing it how I'm doing it. So I've decided that when this hits 100, which it has currently, that will be going, I'll make a payment to the credit card. So I'll take it out of there. So we've got 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 that we're pulling out. I'm sorry, you guys. I am still trying to cough up a lung. And that's going to go straight onto the credit card, and I will take that into consideration in today's calculations, because I've actually already made the transfer out of our account, anticipating that would go back in. So I'm not going to keep track of what's in there anymore, because I'll do it like that, because it'll show up in our oh my goodness, it'll show up in our debt review. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. I don't count mini Mondays either, just because I don't. So now we have 70, 100, and 1,150 for a total of 1,320. So that's pretty good. Happy with that. So let's get these figures into our worksheet. But should we do our debt review first? I can't remember the order that I do these in, you guys. I just never remember. Okay, let's do this first. So we've got last month, this month. I'm not going to do the individual differences for all of them, because I don't think it matters that much. Like, it's interesting for me, but it's just curiosity. It's not actually a helpful figure. And this is already going to be a long video. So thanks so much if you're still sticking with me. I mean, boy, did that go up. Like, we've done some work on Christmas. That's pretty impressive, isn't it? I'm pretty proud of us for that. Okay, let me add these all together. Okay, wow. That's not bad, is it? Dang. Oh, as if we're only $10 short. Oh, how did I just do that? As if we're only $10 short of a clean 1,000. That's so annoying. Oh well, still though, that's amazing. So what am I doing? That's not the different. That's what I did wrong. Oh my goodness, Freya. Focus. Okay, let's get rid of that. So $990 we've increased our binders by in the last month. That's amazing. Yay, we love that. All right, we'll come back to this debt review in a second, but let's work out our monthly one first. So we've got our Visa, which is our big boy, and the MasterCard, which is our interest free. So the Visa started with $12,817. We paid $150 in interest, so that is slowly coming down a little bit. We made repayments of $420. That does include the $100 that I just took out of Scaly Lovers. Our balance is $12,547. So the progress we made this month was $270 or 2.1%. So for those wondering, the way that I work out the percentage, so the way that I work out the progress is obviously the amount of payments we've made less the interest that was charged, because that's the actual improvement that we've made on our debt. The way that I work out the progress as a percentage is the dollar amount of progress divided by what the balance was at the start of the month. And that will give you that number. And if you times that by 100, that is your percentage progress. That's how much you've improved your balance by, basically. Someone asked that last month, that's all. And I realized I hadn't explained it before. So $7,740 on our MasterCard. We paid $160. This one we are paying off slowly. We just pay the minimum every month because we're not being charged interest on it, and we won't be charged interest on it until sometime in I think it's mid 2026. So this is just a slow burner. And as the minimum repayment drops, we will drop that minimum repayment and put the difference onto our interest-bearing debt. That is 2%. So in total, we had $20,557 worth of debt at the start of the month. We paid $150 in interest. We made $580 worth of repayments. Our closing balance was $20,127. And that means we paid off $430 for a total of 2% this month. And then the overall figures I'll do back on this sheet just because I printed it off, because I forgot that I already had this in here, and this one already has half the numbers on it. So let's roll with this. So that's gone all funny now. Whoops. At the start, our ATO debt, that's got nothing. So the difference is $1,225. That's what we've paid off on that, which is 100% of it. Our MasterCard this month has $7,580 owing, which means we've paid off a total of $1,170 for a total of 13% of that card. Our Visa card had $14,275, now has $12,547, which means we've paid off $1,728 or 12%. So in total, we now owe $20,127. You guys are going to be under the 20K next month, which is so exciting, even if we only pay the minimums, which I'm hoping won't be the case. But even if that is the case, we have paid off just over $4,000, $4,123 or 17% of our debt. We have made that impact over the past, this was 430, wasn't it? So when did we start? We really started this in April. So April, May, June, July, August, September, now October. So in 7 months. So what's that? So just shy of $600 a month we've managed to pay off, which is pretty phenomenal, really. I'm really impressed with that effort. So our overall position has improved this month by $1,420, and I am stoked with that. But this is what I want to focus on. So our cash net worth, what I am going to include in this is our Mojo category, which is our account buffer. So those of you know, I built up our Mojo at the start, and that was just an amount of money. It was initially $500. It's down to $300 at the moment, but we're building it back up. And that's just like a float to have in our bank account. So because we're cash stuffing, if we spend money that is still in cash that I need to unstuff, then it comes out of that. And it's just to try and stop us from using our credit card for those transactions. So it just makes sure we're not going to overdraw our account. Basically, it essentially forms part of our emergency fund. It is the first port of call. If we have to pay for something that's an emergency, I would pull from here before I pull from anywhere else. So we include that. We include our month ahead binder, and I will include our crystal binder, which is our like main emergency fund, right? And then less our debt. That is going to be our cash net worth as I calculate it, basically. This will give us the best indication of how we're progressing in terms of actually having an impact on our net worth. It's going to give us a better idea than this, because when we look at this, it looks like a really good amount of money. However, realistically, most of that money is already spent. You know, it's for upcoming bills. It's for things that I know money is going to need to be spent on, like my daughter's laptop, like Christmas, like birthdays, all of these things. So I don't want to count that, because then when it dips, it's going to feel like we've not made progress that month, and that's not the case. So what we've got is Mojo, we have 300. I have 100 in month ahead and 1,150 in our crystal binder. I'm not counting our holiday savings. Nothing else. Nothing else is being counted, because it's all intending to be spent. And even though those holiday savings, it's not going to be spent for at least like more than a year, it's still intending to be spent. So I don't want to include it in this. So we've got our cash kind of position at 1,550, and then we're going to less our debt figure. So our cash net worth this month is negative. I do my negatives in a bracket, but just so it's not confusing people. 18,577. The brackets for people who are also wondering that, because I feel like people ask that early on. In accounting, like when you're doing formal accounting, you don't actually use a negative symbol, you use brackets. Like that's how it works. Brackets means negative. And so that's why, like, I've done years and years and years of accounting study. So that's why it's just the default for me. So that is our cash net worth this month. Our cash net worth at the start, we didn't have an emergency fund. All we had was debt. So our cash net worth at the start is actually our opening debt figure. So over the last 7 months, we have improved our cash net worth by $5,673. That is the important figure, right? So roughly $810 a month, which is pretty cool. That's the figure that I want to focus on when I'm doing these end of months. Like, these are all great to know. It's all interesting, and it's great for me to be able to do my checks and balances with my online account, make sure that I've got all the cash where I'm supposed to have the cash and things like that. And obviously debt review is always very, very interesting, but this is the figure that actually counts. So as long as that figure, and in our case, it's getting like, it's becoming a smaller figure because it's in the negative. So obviously once it's to zero and we're starting to build up the other way, the higher the figure is, the better. For us at the moment, the lower that figure becomes, the better. So yeah, that's where we're at, which is pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with that. So should we see how much we're sending back to the bank just out of interest? Because why not? We've got 51, 52, 53, 350, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 420. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 91, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 92, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 280, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, $1,150. Woohoo! I'm rapt to be getting that out of the house, I'm not going to lie. I know I love a big cash condensing. I really, really enjoy people doing like a massive cash condensing out of our binders. Unfortunately, it's just not something I'm ever going to be able to do on my channel because I'm never going to get to the point where I'm comfortable having that kind of cash in my house. I will always condense at least once a month, if not more often than that, because I really don't want high volumes of cash just sitting in my house for any point of time for so many reasons, like just for safety reasons. Obviously, after what happened this week with the house next door burning down, that's been a bit of a like wake up call that, oh my goodness, so much of our cash would be in the house and potentially gone. But also, you know, when it's sitting in the account, it does earn interest. Is the interest huge? No, it's not. But in our position at the moment, every single dollar counts, and that interest goes back to building up our Mojo account. So I want every dollar in there that I can get. You know, every tiny cent of interest is better in my pocket than the bank's. So yeah, that's why. And that's why I made pretty placeholders to begin with, you guys. That's why I wanted them to be super cute so that I enjoyed using them. And yeah, it doesn't bother me that I'm not using cash all the time. So anyway, that is all for me. I will get going because I'm sure this has already been a super, super long video. So if you managed to stick with me all the way to the end, oh my goodness, you're amazing. Leave me a little birdie emoji down below, or a blue love heart because they're my faves. I hope you enjoy the new freebies. They will be down there in the Google box, Google Drive. You will just have to download and print them out to your pleasure and do what you like with them. Please tag me if you use them. Tag me in your video so I can see them in action. I love that. It's so much fun. Okay, I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of the weekend. I hope you're having a lovely time. I hope you're having a great long weekend if you are a Victorian. And I will see you all soon. Okay, I love you. Bye-bye.